Okay. Alright, so today in this video, for under request from Sario, I'm going to show you how to make I'm going to show you how to make a biotic shield kind of pack. Like, I'll show you how to do like a biotic barrier kind of pack, and I'll probably show you how to make a pack for the super fizz gun for the biotics, but for right now I'm just going to fill out his request real quick, and I might teach you something along the way, or maybe not. Okay, so first of all, we're just going to get a basic pack set up, so this can just be more practice in case anyone wants to watch. But basically, I'm just doing what I did in my last video. So, I'm going to kind of not say anything until then, while I'm setting this up. I'm going to go ahead and get my fucking tab set up too. Biotic shield. Also show you how to do. Nope, froze up a little bit on me. Okay, we're back. Make another group. Biotic. I'm just calling that biotics for the super fizz. I'll show you what that means. And I'm not gonna do a helmet because I'm just gonna use the full body for right now. So I'm just gonna go find a model I want to use for my biotic, and I'll probably use something like. Let's just use the Alliance guy real quick. Alliance pilot. I need to fix his head. Ooh, what the hell is that? Ugh. Okay. Let me just fix his head real quick. Oh, is that how you tell? No, I have no idea what that is. That's pretty okay looking though. I think that's the size of the head. Anyways, moving on. So I just got my basic body set up. I'm going to show you how I usually do my biotic shields and stuff. Please be aware this is kind of just I don't think we have the Omni shield thing. We don't have any sort of shield item. I don't even know if that's possible in Gmod. Probably is. I just probably haven't looked. But what I'm going to show you is it's not a it's just for appearance in pack. It just kind of make it look cool, I guess. And if you get permission from an admin, we could put Fizz God on you or some shit. I have no idea. I don't know how it'll work. It's just for cool factor, I guess, until we find an item we can actually use. So right now we're just gonna bind it to keys for cool factor. So we're gonna go to the Biotic Shield. We're gonna make an event, like I told you guys. We're gonna make a trigger on a weapon. So we'll go to weapon class, and we're gonna have it trigger on our keys. And then we're gonna invert it so it just triggers on keys. Okay, we're going to just go ahead and switch to our keys, and now it's activated. First thing we want to do, I don't think keys have a raised state. Okay, they don't. So you can do this two ways. I'm going to show you how to do both ways. So what I usually did, if I'm stationary, I kind of like to make a pose of them, like in an animation, but it can't walk around, because when you're walking around, your arms are going to be moving around, so it's going to look kind of weird. I will show you what the moving one looks like real quick in case you just want that quick one. So what I'll do is that I'm gonna pose my character real quick so it looks like he's using his biotics while he's moving around. We'll just have it to where his left arm's up in the air and his right arm's kind of cocked back, sort of. So just we're just doing a little bit of posing. And how I'm doing this, I'm making a bone and I'm moving it through the event, and since it's not bounded to anything, it changes the actual default skeleton, so you don't have to do alternate bones unless it's glitched or something. And we'll just have it I don't know what a cool biotic pose is. I'm just kind of taking a guess. I'll have his fist kind of clenched, I guess. I don't know. I'll just leave it like that for right now. The left arm will go up while he's projecting the shield upwards, and I'll show you how to do it. I'll try and show you how to do effects. I usually don't like doing effects because they freeze a lot, so I'll use the one I usually use so it doesn't fuck up as much. Okay. I'm gonna make another bone. Do the forearm. Like I said, this is kind of weird because when you start moving around, it's gonna look really weird. Watch. It just kind of looks weird sometimes. This is pretty good. You can find something that looks more a little bit more natural, but right now I'm just kind of doing what I wanted to do. I'm not. You can pose the fingers if you want to. I'm not going to because I'm not trying to make this video really long. Okay, so we're gonna work on the shield first of all, and then we'll do effects second. So what you're gonna do is you just make a model, and what you're gonna want to. I don't know how to make it exactly stay still because every bone is kind of animated, but usually if you go down here, there's like this box right in the middle that has like a bunch of weird kind of bones that are just kind of like, I don't know, they just don't do anything. I would just put it on footstep, I guess, because that's not really a bone that moves around. But when you look around, it'll move. I think so. See how it just kind of stands on you. So you can. I like to use the Mass Effect Immigration's prop pack Biotic shield it has in there, and I can show you how to. Oops, did it the wrong way. I'll show you how to make it to where it'll show inside and out. So let me go find that in Mass Effect Immigration. And Biotic bubble. I think it's some Grissom Academy level or something. So it spawns this big. So we'll just make it to where it's a personal shield right now. So it's like that big, and you can move it up and down or whatever. I wouldn't. Oh, oops, that's not what I was trying to do. I wouldn't have it like this though. Kind of just looks weird. Have it kind of like semi in the ground like that. So we'll do that, and you'll notice like on the inside you can't see it. Well, it's because this particular model doesn't have textures on the inside. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna right click on it, you're going to do clone, and then you're going to take the one that's clone and left click on it, like hold left click, and you can start to drag it. This is how you move parts around, by the way. So if you just want to move it up and down or move it to another group, hold it right over it until it looks like this, and then let go of it, and then it'll spawn around on top of it. Now this, since it's the same exact model, is going to be at the same exact angle, so you just go to the clone one that we used. You see where the position marker is, just set that down to 0, and then they'll just overlap. And you notice that it's still kind of like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down here to the appearance tab, and you're going to see this thing called invert. When you do invert, it'll turn the model inside out, like it'll flip the textures. So usually I kind of use it if I'm trying to say like there's this kind of model that only works on the right side. Well, if you scale it down and then invert it, it'll look like it got switched to the left side. So I'd only use it really for these kinds of packs. So we'll hit invert, and then the textures are switched. So now it's on the inside too, so it doesn't look weird. And then from there, if you want to add an effect, I think you would just go and clone that one again, and you don't have to do it again because you don't have to restack it because it's already stacked. Go to one, just clone, and just so I can find out which one it is which, I'm just going to set that to glow, and this will be interior. You're going to go to the glow and uninvert it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go click on material. I'm just going to find one I like in the Half-Life 2 textures real quick. The TF2 ones have a lot of good ones, but not a lot of people have those textures, unfortunately, even though the game is free. So we'll go and let's see what this is like. No, that's not translucent. This isn't even animated. This is way too intense. I like this one a lot because you can change the colors on it. So we'll just use this right now. See what looks better, inverted or not. Well, it's a transparent texture, so you really can't do that. So let's see. Okay. And if you want the outside hexagon to show up, you can kind of like adjust the brightness like that. If you move the brightness, that's how you adjust the brightness of a model. We'll just move it up to like we'll put it on 2. Just so the hexagon thing can show up a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to go back to the glow, and then we're going to go down to appearance and the color option. The color option will change the color of objects that are not bone merged. If your model is attached to your, say like it's attached to, if it's bone merged, like if it was a ragdoll and you bone merge it and you try to make this like look red, it will not turn red. I don't know why, it's just a restriction. So, okay, we're going to turn this to like a Biotic blue, so I'm going to go between like this. I would say something like that. So it kind of looks animated now. Now I think, yeah, you can adjust the brightness for how you want it, just your preference. I just kind of put it like that. That looks good. So yeah, we'll look like that for right now. Notice our character is still animated, so when we walk around, it'll, yeah, see, those bones down the bottom, they're just move with your head for some reason. So, and anyways, it really doesn't fucking matter. So you just look like this. So yeah, and you can adjust that bubble to however you want. Just make sure that you do it when you start up, because then you're gonna have to remove everything and do it again. Okay, now I'll show you. I'm gonna try and show you how to do effects on your arms and shit. So usually, I really don't know how to do this, because whenever you bone merge an item, like I say, if you bone merge it, you can't change the color of the effect. So what I'll do instead is I'll just show you kind of like a shitty looking effect. Like, it's gonna look shitty at first, but it'll kind of look okay when it gets done. So we're gonna take the pack default model, and I'll show you how scale works too. And we're gonna bind this to our forearms. Now we're gonna move this over a little bit. So instead of changing the size like this, instead of just making everything bigger and smaller, we're going to set it to 1, and you go down to scale. We're going to find a scale that kind of like stretches it out, so like that. So like the first one will stretch it out, and then we're going to just keep adjusting it until it's not as big and wide. Something like that. We're not going to make it that big, because I just need it to start at my fist, so we'll go to about right there, sort of. Just give me a second. It's going to be a long fucking video I can already tell. Okay, so we'll just kind of completely encase our arm. So we're going to go find that texture I used again, which is right here. And you'll notice it's on top like that. I didn't want to do that, so instead we're going to have to fix the scales. So we'll just set everything back to 1, so it's default. And we'll find the one that stretches that side, so it's not that one, it's this one. Okay. And if you want to make sure you know what you're doing, you just kind of remove that. So I remove that, and I'm going to twist this around to where this is the effect going that way. And then I think I can just kind of like scale it down. You can do this however you want, whichever is faster. I'm just trying to do this as fast as I can, but I don't know if this is the correct way. I'm going to scale these down a little bit. It's about like right there. I'm going to move it forward. Okay. We'll put that effect back on there, and it's at the front like I wanted it to. So something kind of like this is what I would say is a biotic effect, and then I'm going to color it. Color it blue like Biotics. We'll brighten this one up a little bit because we don't have like the actual Biotic texture like that. You can do that, but you have to custom textures, and I'm kind of just really here to show you how you do it the easy way. Let's see, we probably need a little bit darker since we're going a little bit brighter. Let's say something like that would be okay. And if you want it to show up a little bit better, you can just do a double face, and it'll just put 2 on there. See how it looks like that? So I would just probably double face it to make it a little brighter, and then you can just clone that, and you can pop it onto your, put the clone on the left forearm, and then just adjust how it's looking, so like that. So yeah, then you have like kind of like this biotic effect for your arms. Of course, you can probably do better once you start figuring shit out, but you know, I'm just showing you the basics. So that's how you make a biotic pack for when you're walking around and stuff. And now I'm going to do a really quick section where I'll show you how to do an animation. So let's say we want to just do an animation instead of being able to walk around, like a really cool one. So the one that doesn't glitch out when you move, but it's kind of just going to look like stay still. It's just basically so you can do more poses. We're gonna put under the event. We're gonna model animation. Animation are just animations that are attached to that model. They can call up. So we'll define. 1 second. The animation is gonna be under this thing called sequence name. The rate is how fast the animation plays. The offset, I don't know. Don't mess with it. The minimum is when that animation starts. Like if you put it at minimum 0.2, it'll only start at like a certain point in the animation, and the max is 1, which is the end of the animation. And you really don't have to worry about these other ones except the name of like what you want to call the animation to know where it is. But basically just leave this alone. So we're going to go sequence name. We're going to find kind of like a, I don't know, we'll just find something we like. The episode 1, episode 2 animations really have some good ones, but we don't have them mounted on the server because I don't know how to mount it, so we'll just try to find one that looks cool. I usually use this animation in case I do just about anything that's just kind of like standing up, and I'll try and find something that looks a little bit cooler. There's this one that's a really good one. I'm trying to find it real quick. Okay, this is starting to go on for way too long. And watch out, because some of these are just for Barney too, so some animations you might not see. Oh, here it is. So this one I kind of like because it's just kind of like an idle looking one without, because it's kind of like in a stance sort of without looking frozen up. I usually don't like how the way this animation quickly plays like this, so we're going to go to animation, and you see where rate is, just slowly knock it down until it kind of like doesn't go as quick. See, like, and I think it only, yeah, it only starts really getting affected towards the bottom, so I'm going to set it to like 0.8. Yeah, I'd say that doesn't look as fidgety. It's just some FPS lag. Okay, and then when you want to animate what the animation's bones look like, you just right click on the animation, go to bone, and I'll just fling his arms up for right now because I don't want this video to last forever. So just something like that, and something like that. This is like I said, the animation one's really only if you want to look like you're doing more than just like standing face first and doing crap. So say just like if you want to not just look like you're basically default pose below your arms, and also you notice like the hands are kind of like messed up, so sometimes you got to go to bone. And they only mess up because I bounded them to my forearms, not my hands. So these biotic effect things aren't following my hands, so I'll just move my hands back like that. And you'll notice the hands are really messed up. Someone is fucking ruining my video. As soon as this video ends, by the way, I'm gonna fucking ban them. Pretty sure it's Lapis. And like that. And that's how you do a Biotic pack, so I hope that helped you out, Sargo. And you also see, like, yeah, if you have an animation, it's not gonna work like that, so, yeah. Alright, I hope that helped you out. See you later.